The Winter Palace, that magnificent imperial residence of the Tsars, stormed by the Bolsheviks in 1917 at the start of the revolution, is now home to the oldest and biggest museum in the world. The Hermitage, the stately repository of Russia's rich cultural heritage, is also a treasure house of art collected from around the globe. Founded by Catherine the Great in 1764, exactly 250 years ago, its collection totals more than 3 million exhibits, including the world's largest display of paintings. And at times the interior is just as captivating as the art on display. The wealth and extravagance of the Romanovs, the galleries dripping with crystal chandeliers. Not surprisingly, the Hermitage has now become a target for art thieves. Over the last 15 years, it's estimated that nearly $5 million of cultural works have vanished from the museum.
Some of the thefts were quite audacious. Thieves got into one of the upper galleries and while the caretaker was out of the room, cut this masterpiece from its frame. This is Gérôme's Pool in a Harem. It was worth about $1 million, but it was so familiar to many people that it was impossible to sell on, and it was returned anonymously to the museum. And that's unusual. Most stolen works of art are lost forever.
But today the painting is back on display after a painstaking restoration.
It had severe damage, and you can see it on the pictures next to the painting. It had been folded 4 times, and the artist's canvas and threads were seriously damaged. The painting underwent a long restoration and a very complex one. The restorer basically had to sew the canvas thread by thread.
Meanwhile, the Hermitage continues to expand, from old to new. The latest gallery opening featuring displays of digital art. The Hermitage would love to open a satellite museum in New York in this anniversary year, as it's done in Amsterdam. But the current art embargo between the US and Russia would have to be lifted first, and that looks very unlikely. Peter Sharp, Al Jazeera in St. Petersburg.